give me just an overview on the phase two study that's upcoming, and what that you finished with the enrollment in, and can you talk about the endpoints or specific goals that you're trying to achieve?
It was a phase 2 study. This was, so it's in the intermediate range, right? And if this was positive, it leads to a phase 3 study, which could lead to approval. But it was the typical, what we do to get drugs approved. It was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study. So it was injections of either Daxi or placebo, different doses of Daxi, kind of a low, medium, and high. And it was in adults who had spasticity of their upper limb following a stroke or traumatic brain injury. And we looked at the endpoints really that the FDA requires. And that is the change in the modified Ashworth scale, which just measures the degree of tightness. And we also looked at the global impression of change, how the doctor looking at the patient assesses change, which kind of goes beyond just the tightness, but how the patient responds to it and feels about it and all those other things.
What can be the long-term impact if the results of the study are successful?
Well, we need not only to raise awareness, that's like a general condition point, but we also need to have better drugs, different drugs, medicines that can help more people. If we had a medicine, and this is why we're doing the study, it's not proved yet, but if we had a medicine that works equally as well, perhaps better, we don't know yet, and has a longer half-life, and the patient only needs to come 2 or 3 times a year to the doctor, particularly those that have travel difficulties, they need wheelchairs, etc., or live in rural communities where going twice a year to the doctor might be reasonable, but 4 times a year might be too much. This would be very helpful for these patients.
Is there anything else that with the study or with the drug itself that you feel is noteworthy or people should know about going forward?
Well, just, and again, as a principal investigator, I in no way am working for the company or trying to be their mouthpiece, but Botox, Dysport, Xeomin are all very good products. I use all of them. But the 2 non-US products that came in were just very, very similar to Botox. There really wasn't much daylight between them. In my opinion, this is the biggest new advance in neurotoxin research in the last 2 decades. So I think that's important.